Hello, this is Julie. Hope you're having an awesome day. And today, day number 11. And actually get to talk about something that I do. So you are probably curious about what the difference is in all these CBD things that you see. Obviously, there's tons of them popping up everywhere, and there's different companies and brands and stuff. But I wanted to talk about the actual difference in, I know there's a lot of people that think the THC is bad and that's the drug, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's talk about the three main ones. So you have full spectrum, broad spectrum, and what's called an isolate. So those are the three main ones you're probably going to come across. So when you look at hemp, first of all, CBD comes from hemp, not marijuana. So there's two species of plants. They're cousins. Think of it this way. So the hemp comes from the stevia plant. That plant is high in CBD, low in THC. And like its cousin, the marijuana plant is obviously higher in THC, lower in CBD. Now, when you take it from the hemp plant, you're still going to get all the other parts of it that come with it, like all the cannabinoids and flavonoids and terpenes and all that stuff. That is all the components that make up the plant. And that's the therapeutic parts that you use for your CBD oil or tincture. So a full spectrum is all of those things. It's all of the parts of the plant that work together, and they call it an entourage effect. So that's going to be usually your best bet. Like that's what you're going to want to go for, is because it's designed that way and that's how it grows. And most people, most times, will get the best results with a full spectrum because it's how it's naturally occurring. And then they also have what's called broad spectrum. So that is all the same things I just talked about, except there's obviously people that have, drug testing for work, or for whatever reason they just don't want THC in it. Then this is where the broad spectrum comes in. It's still all the same components. You have the flavonoids and cannabinoids and all that stuff, but it's just the THC removed. Now, just so you know, CBD is federally legal, all 50 states, and it's just trace amounts. It's 3%, which is, it's never, ever going to get you high. It shouldn't. Some states, it's, where it's legal, they can make different ratios, but in general, across the board, a full spectrum CBD should not get you high. So, full disclosure. But obviously, if you're in a legal state, just make sure that you check that, because I have seen them with higher doses, and that's not exactly where you want to go if you're just looking for the therapeutic properties of it. So, just wanted to let that be known. So yes, the broad spectrum is the same parts of the plant, same concept, except just the THC removed. So for whatever reason, I have heard a lot of people assuming that the THC is bad and they shouldn't do it, and there's no way you can give it to kids, which is not entirely true. I mean, our bodies have this whole system in it. It's called the endocannabinoid system, and our bodies have it, and it needs what's in the plant. So it just makes sense. And it's, like I said, it's never enough to get them high, but what I would be careful of is where you get it from, because with anything, you don't want to, there's a much cheaper version of something, and that's usually because it's a lot less quality. So just want to be aware of that. And then the other one is an isolate, which some people do well on. There's different reasons why you would need it, but it's basically, once that whole extraction process happens, it's just the CBD taken out. So you're losing all the other parts of the plant and nothing else to work with. It's just the CBD. So some people have a need for that, but in general, you're looking for a full or broad spectrum is your best bet, and that's what most people are going to need. And so I hope that's helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you found that helpful or valuable, and I will be back tomorrow with day 12. Thanks.